Please join me tonight in honoring the 2012 Walter Camp Football Foundation Man of the Year, Herm Edwards.
Well, thank you. I'd like to thank the Walter Camp Foundation. Obviously, you think about Walter Camp, what comes to my mind right away, known as the father of American football. And I think we look at it this way, not only was he big on football, but he was really big in involvement in charity. And I think sometimes we get caught up in our daily lives and what we do. And I've always told people this, we work to make a living, but what we give is to make a life. And Walter Camp was not only about football, but it was about the community that he served. And you think about what this foundation does for the young people, the people that need help in this community, that's about Walter Camp too. We have to make sure we realize that, and we all have the ability to do that. As I stand before you tonight, I'm very humbled when you say the achievement of the Man of the Year. I will tell you a quick story. Being a young man, a military brat, basically, my father was in the Army, and at 8 years old, he walks up to me and says, I want to tell you a little story. And I said, what's that, Dad? He says, you're probably not going to get a new bike for Christmas. And we don't have a new house. He said, but I'm going to give you something more important than that. I'm going to give you a good last name. And at 8 years old, you can't figure that one out. You're looking for this new bike. He said, look, good last name, what that's doing for me? Well, as you become older, and these young men will realize that after their careers are over one day, your memories are probably your most prized possession. It's not the things you acquire, but it's really your memories. And my memory understands this for me. When my father told me that, he also gave me these words of wisdom. He said, I'm giving you a good last name, and don't you mess it up. Interesting. And as you become an athlete, you realize this, there's going to be a part in your lifetime where you, if you're an athlete, basketball player, football player, whatever it may be, you're presented a jersey, and that jersey is special. It's a special gift because not only do you represent yourself as an athlete, you represent your parents and your last name. We have to make sure when we're athletes and coaches that we're keepers of this great game called football. Very important. The word I always get caught up in is this. We have to be men of integrity. It's real simple. Hard to accomplish, but it's a very simple task. Your words and your life have to match up. That's kind of important. And at 8 years old, you don't understand that. But as you travel through life, you understand we need people of integrity. We starve for people of integrity. I challenge these young men tonight, behind me. This is the future of football. This is our future. Derek Brookses and David Fulchers and myself, and there's some guys in the audience, Tim Brown, and there's some great athletes. Father Time has never lost a race. Eventually, he takes your ability to play football and he says, he blesses somebody else. He blesses men with talent. Talent's a gift. It's a God-given gift. You don't deserve it, but he gives it to you. These young men behind us have a talent. Maybe one day they will become professional football players. I challenge you with this, man. You will have a platform somewhere in your life. Make sure you give back as much as football is given to us, because it's a great game. It's a great game. And we have to make sure we're ambassadors for this great game. This is why this audience is here tonight, because we're representing the All-Americans and we're representing the coaches that are here and all the alumni of the Walter Camp Foundation. We are all a family when you become part of this Walter Camp. And you have to understand everything we do, whether it be on the football field or off the football field in today's world, it's talked about. I work for a station, quite frankly, da-da-not. And every time a player has an issue or an athlete has an issue, I have to talk about it. I don't like talking about it, to be quite honest, because we are keepers of the game. History tells us, do the right thing. Be men of integrity. Let your words and your life match up. If you can do that, whether you become a professional football player or not, you'll be a father, you'll be a husband, and you'll be a man of integrity. And all you have in your lifetime, young men, is your last name. Your parents give it to you in good standard. You make sure when you have children, you give it to them the same way. That's your obligation as a man. Everyone's obligation in here. Don't lose sight of that. Sports is great. Winning is fantastic. But being a father and a man of integrity is very important. God bless you, and thank you very much.